First, my name is Dave Graves. I'm the CEO. And I just want to say thanks to everyone for coming out. This is house number 109, okay? So it's our 109th house just in Monroe County, Habitat for Humanity in Monroe County. I want to say congratulations to Josh and Gloria Ann. And I'd like Gloria Ann just to introduce the boys.
Okay, so this is Maverick, Axel, Asher, and Phoenix. These are our sons. And of course, I'm Gloria Ann, this is Josh.
Great. Okay, well, thank you, and we're so happy to have you with us, and so happy that you are going to have this house. I like to start out always by starting with our mission statement, and our mission statement is seeking to put God's love into action. Habitat works to create a world where everyone has a decent place to live. So that's our mission statement. There are a lot of misconceptions about Habitat. We give houses away. No, we don't, okay? That Jimmy Carter started it. Nope, sorry, he didn't. But he was instrumental in making it kind of blow up in the 70s. So Gloria Ann and Josh are going to buy this house. We make it affordable for them, and we do that through a lot of different financing type of things, but the important thing is it becomes an affordable mortgage for our family. So, what is Habitat in general, okay? So, in its simplest form, we can say that Habitat for Humanity is a Christian-based, not-for-profit builder of simple, decent, affordable homes. We say simple, decent, affordable all the time, okay? We do a lot more than that, though, okay? We have the Restore. You're probably familiar with that, over on the Pleasance Road. And the purpose of the Restore, sometimes that's a little confusing to people, too. The purpose of the Restore is, one, to save a lot of stuff from going to landfills, right? Okay? It's another way to provide affordable things to people who on a second-hand market. But the most important function is it is the biggest single fundraiser that fuels our building costs, okay? So that Restore has been open 16 years, a little more than that. And in that time period, after every single thing for the Restore is taken care of, paid off, all that Restore has transferred to the building process $1.8 million. Okay, so that's consistently year after year. That's why it's so important to have that. So just a reminder, if you're looking for something, perhaps the Restore, you could get it. A lot of used products. We do carry some new products too, okay, that we buy. In addition to that, we offer, of course, Josh and Gloria Ann had to go through credit counseling. We do that. We partner with Habitat Michigan, who has our own credit counselors. We also offer that service to people that are not necessarily our homeowners. If in the community they need that sort of service, we can pass them along. It's all over the internet. So you're working with someone from Lansing, but it's all virtual, so it works really well. In addition to that, we have a critical repair program. Now, we don't have a ton of funds for that, but we try to do critical repairs when we have funding. Maybe it's a furnace, maybe it's electrical, maybe it's steps, all different sorts of things for current homeowners that can't afford to fix things. We have a critical repair program. In addition, we have a veteran program. Now, veterans, we build a lot of ramps for veterans. We partner with the Home Depot Foundation. They provide the materials for us. We provide the labor. And any veteran that needs a ramp in Monroe County, we can normally help them out, which is very important. I'm also really excited to say that we're about 90 days away from doing the same thing again on Michigan Avenue for a home that was earmarked for a veteran. So we have a Marine with 3 children that will be, about 90 days from now, we'll be repeating this over on Michigan Avenue, and that veteran will be getting a house also. So that's super great. We target people that are 80% and below the median income. So what that means is every county, everywhere in the U.S., has what their median income is, and it's a floating scale depending on how many people are in your family. The more people in your family, the more money you can make, just to be at that percentage, okay? But you need to be 80% or lower for us to work with you. And those things are changing a little bit, but right now it still holds true at 80%. We like to say that a part of our mission is building homes, communities, and hope. Because really, the home is where so many things happen, and it helps provide that hope and a stable place for a family. So we're very, very glad to be a part of that. On a larger level, we serve Monroe County, but every county in Michigan is served by an affiliate. There are a couple counties that maybe are sparsely populated that maybe one affiliate services 2 counties, okay? But every county in every county in Michigan is covered by a Habitat affiliate. Further to that, every state, every county in the U.S. is covered by a Habitat. And even further than that, about 70% of the countries of the world have a Habitat for Humanity actively operating in that country. So it's not just what we're seeing today is happening all over the world, okay? And so that's really important. So what we're observing tonight, this dedication, it takes place all over the globe, almost every day, okay? It's pretty cool. And it's important to note, we're calling this a dedication. We're not dedicating the house to the family, we're dedicating the house to God who made this possible, okay? So that's a big part of this. Other things, so how do we do all this work that we do? In a single word, I like to say partnerships, okay? And I know that's just it's a simple word, but it really describes what we do. We partner with, the cities, the townships, family partners, we don't call Josh and Gloria and home buyers or future buyers or whatever. We call them a family partner because they're partnering with us, okay? In order to partner with us, each of them have to have 200 volunteer hours before we can sell the house to them, okay? So they're definitely partnering with us. We also partners with churches, colleges, quilters. You'll see some of them a little bit later, okay? Other nonprofits and for-profit corporations, and of course individuals. Basically, anyone who is willing to supply a portion of their time, talent, or treasures to further move the mission of Habitat, we're very happy to partner with, okay? We have some really big national partners, companies that really step up, like Whirlpool, for example, the stove and refrigerator in every house that's built in the United States is donated absolutely for free by Whirlpool, okay? And then they will give us, if we want, a washer, dryer, and a dishwasher at cost, which is substantially lower. So that's a very big commitment from a huge company. Square D is another one that they provide breaker distribution boxes, electrical devices, and all the breakers for every house that's built in the U.S. So those partnerships really help us, along with volunteers. So every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we have volunteer days, people out at the construction site. About 70% of the labor provided in this are volunteers. Okay, so that's another important aspect of how we partner with people. I do want to take a minute to introduce a few people who help us make this possible. Matt is not here. Ed Kishin from our board of directors, right here. Ed, he is on our current board of directors and also serves as secretary. Just to his left, Susan Keshin, who is a past board member and a past board chair. I would like to recognize her. Joe Benvenuto, right way back here. He's on our board of directors. Jill Sievers on our board of directors. Jill, raise your hand. Thanks for coming out tonight. Angela Anderson, where's Angie? Right there. Also been on our board for a long time. Currently a little bit retired from the board, but also served as our past chair also for 2 years. So Great to have those people with us. I don't think I missed anyone. From our staff, we've got a few people here. I'd like to introduce Sherry Willis to my right. Sherry is the director of the Restore and kind of serves as our chaplain. So she's like, lots of duties for Sherry. Also, Kelly Pierce. Kelly, there she is right there. Kelly, wave. She's our director of fund development. So she's going around constantly filling out grants, talking to people, all those sort of things. Adriana with the camera right there, and she's got this long title, Community Outreach and Communications Coordinator. But all the social media that you see from us, all those things, that's all from Adriana. So great to have. We also have Jim Allen from the Restore. Jim, way over there. Okay, good to have him with us today too. So I don't think I missed anybody. Yep. Appreciate it all very much, but these are all the things that we couldn't do this without these people and really without the community, and we're lucky to be in such a great community. Let's see, let me get my notes here. So at this point in time, I'm going to ask Sherry to come up, and she's going to do a mission moment and a prayer. Sherry?
So I'm actually going to kind of do double duty because we usually have a pastor, but being a Wednesday evening, that was a little bit difficult. So I'm going to kind of do both portions here. But like Dave said, thank you all so much for being here. A lot of people think that we are dedicating the home to the family. And we're actually dedicating this home to the Lord because it's only because of Him that all of this is possible. So yes, they worked very hard on this home, and you're going to hear a little more about what they did to bring this together. But this is us acknowledging that it was really the Lord that orchestrated the events that have brought us all into this room together. So God is described in Scripture as the chief cornerstone, and a foundation built on Him cannot be shaken. There are many majestic buildings that are expertly constructed by skilled architects. However, the most reliable house construction is one that is built under the wisdom and direction and guidance of God Himself. Hebrews 3:4 tells us, "For every house is built by someone, but God is the builder of everything." So at this time, I'd like us to say a prayer over our evening. If we could bow our heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we know that every house must have a builder, but we come before you today and recognize that you, O Lord, are the master builder. And we thank you and we praise you for your faithfulness and being the source of our strength that has brought together all of the staff, volunteers, donors, and community to bring this home to completion. As we know and acknowledge that none of this would be possible without you. And we ask that you would be present with Josh, Glorianne, and the boys. Bless their days in this home, dear Lord, and continue to offer your outpouring of daily provisions. And may we all give you the praise, glory, and honor, and thanks forever and always. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, that was phase one. On to part two. Okay. So, just wanted to tell you guys, it was an absolute pleasure, Josh and Glorianne, to get to know both of you better. They spent a lot of time at the Restore. I don't always have that pleasure because a lot of times our homeowners much more would rather be in the home, building at the site, and I don't see them a lot. But we got to see a whole lot of both of them. And I want to kind of explain this family. I know some of you know them very well, but some of you may not. And they're a truly remarkable family. You really are. Your strength, your resilience, your unity. You have 4 children who each have different levels of developmental disabilities, and it exemplifies what it means for your family. You persevere with grace and determination. And I have watched these two when they wake up, and teamwork right here. I mean, Glorianne, Josh is helping get these 4 boys together with Glorianne. Glorianne goes off to work. Josh is doing doctor's appointments and schooling and dropping off at school and picking up with 1 car, you guys. And they navigate this in multiple doctor's appointments every single day. And they do it with a smile on their face and grace in their hearts. And it's just a beautiful thing to get to watch. So when our potential homeowners apply to our program, they write a letter. And they write a letter to Habitat to say why it is they would like to partner with us, what that home would mean to them. And I hope you don't mind, Glorianne, but I want to share a few of the comments that she had put in her letter to us. So Glorianne said, We currently live in a double-wide trailer. We have come such a long way as a family, starting out in Greenwood apartments with 0 rent to now paying more than 30% of my income. We are in need of more space, a safer environment, and stable housing, and we are ready to take on any challenge to support our family. And I will tell you, take on any challenge they did. I've told you basically what their mornings look like and how they have had to navigate this. And not only that, I mean, most of our homeowners, when they get to the end of their 200 hours, they're tapped out, right? It's time to get in the home. Gloria Ann and Josh, boy, they just kept showing up. And I kept saying to Gloria Ann, aren't you done? Yep, but I want to keep helping. I want to keep helping. And I don't know where you ended up with your hours, but I know it was way over what you needed.
All right.
Yeah, I really haven't seen that before, you know, and with all they have going on, it's just a testament to their determination and their discipline, and just it's sheer dedication to this program and promoting and furthering the future of their family. So 2 Chronicles 15:7 says, "But as for you, be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded." And what many of you also don't know is that Josh and Gloria Ann had applied to this program between 2 and 3 years ago. And at that time, they didn't quite meet all of the necessary requirements to be a Habitat partner. And let me tell you, don't tell Gloria Ann no. She will take this precious little, this woman will move mountains for her family. And she took the last 2.5 years to check off, her and Josh both, I don't want to check off every box that they needed, and they reapplied to our program until all of the boxes were checked and we could be here today. So, the word glory is used throughout Scripture, and the dictionary defines glory as a noun that means high renown or honor won by notable achievements, or to take great pride and pleasure in. Isaiah 61, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you." And truly I tell you that the glory of the Lord has risen upon this beautiful family. We serve a loving God who cares for us. He cares whether or not we have a home. He cares whether or not there is food on our table, whether or not we have friends and a family and a community to uplift us and support us and to encourage us. And we serve a God of perfect timing, and we're so very thankful for His timing, allowing each of us to be in this home at this very moment. And this family is the definition of Habitat's mission. Seeking to put God's love into action, Habitat for Humanity brings people together to build homes, communities, and hope. And it is our hope that your home will be filled with love and laughter in God's presence, and may He bless you all, and keep you all, and continue to uphold your sweet family. And with all of that being said, we wanted to give your family a Bible so that you can study this and build that foundation on Him. You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Sherry. As I go on, one of the things I do want to recognize, Roberta, where's Roberta? Is she here? Is she not here? Okay. I'm still going to mention this. We're fortunate enough to be here today at this location because there was a person, Roberta, who owned this house that was here. It had a fire. It was beyond being able to be repaired. The house was razed. My sister, who lives across the street, put me in touch with her, Kim. Say hi, okay? And this is a great location. We're always looking for good places to put our families, okay? But obviously, this lot was probably more than what Habitat could afford. So after a number of conversations with Roberta, and she just really wanted to do this out of her grace, we were able to make a deal, and she took substantially less for this lot. I want to honor her with that for being so gracious in doing that and helping us, again, one of our partners. So it's extremely important. At this time, I'm going to call on Jackie from the Trenton Quilters of Michigan, and they do this with almost every Habitat family they provide a home for. They make these beautiful quilts, and I'm going to let Jackie introduce those that are with her.
Thank you. We represent, I'm here with my co-chair of Habitat for Humanity Quilts, and my co-chair of Charity Quilts for Hospitals. Okay, and I'm the president of Quilt Makers of Michigan, formerly Trenton Quilters. We try to make every single one of these and provide the new family with a quilt. And as every quilter will tell you, every quilt is made with love. But this quilt today goes a little bit further than that. As I open it up, you will see that there are many, many houses on this quilt.
Oh.
Okay? Each house was made by a different member of our quilt guild. They volunteered their time to make the different houses, and then we put them all together. So if a quilter makes a quilt and it's full of love, this one is made by many, many quilters, so you can have much, much warm love in your new home. Congratulations from the Trenton
I love
Quilters
it.
/ Quilt Makers of Michigan.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you very much, Jackie. So, Sherry talked a lot about Josh and Glorianne's journey, and I remember meeting her, I think it was like 4 years ago.
Could have been.
And I never heard from her. You know, sometimes I have to bear bad news and say, I'm sorry, but right now you're not ready for our program or whatever. And all of a sudden, I saw the application again a few years later. And I'm like, wow, you know, persistent. Let's look at this. And the changes that she made was remarkable. And she was on a mission to do so. I mean, I can't tell you enough how motivated this family is, Josh and Gloria Ann. And I tell you, like, I've never had anyone, I'll ask for something, like monthly reporting, maybe some documents for the bank, timesheets, etc. I mean, they were there like that. It's like, there was no calling back a second time. They were all right there, right when they needed to be, pretty fascinating. Just remarkable. And then they did their hours. Like I said, they were required to do 200 hours. As it went along, I knew they got their 200. And I said it, they were like, oh, we just want to do some more. We'll keep going. So finally we stopped counting when Gloria Ann got to 288 hours, almost 50% more than was needed. And Josh was at 241. I mean, and there were more hours than that, but that's how much, you know, just kept going. I mean, just absolutely incredible. And we appreciate your partnership with us so much. I do have a little gift here. It's a little toolkit. I'm going to give it to you and your family for little repairs and things like that you have to do. Hanging pictures, all that sort of stuff. And I also, we haven't closed yet. We're scheduled to close in the next 2 weeks, okay? So I don't have an actual key to give her yet. But I'm going to give her this keychain that will attach the key when she gets it in less than 2 weeks, okay? That says home. So I'm going to give that to you, Gloria. I know you're in charge, right? Again, just I can't say enough about how this experience was just over the top, incredible, and it's really because of this family, and we really appreciate it. So I am going to let Gloria Ann come up and represent her family and say a few words.
Got a little speech. Okay, so you guys already heard our family and everyone we have. So I'd like to first thank everyone involved in this amazing opportunity for our family, an opportunity to own a home. It was an amazing blessing that we're honored to receive from this community. Everyone from Habitat Monroe and the Restore, to those who donated their money, their time, to volunteer to make this a reality. You're all amazing. We cannot thank you enough from the bottom of our hearts. A special thank you to Sherry and Jim for their greatness and kindness, making us feel welcomed at the Restore. A special thank you to builders on the site, Ken and Jim. Their dedication, hard work, and attention for detail was amazing. They were always here, hurt or not, they were here. Thank you all so much. We will never forget your gifts of generosity, and God bless everyone. Thank you.
So I'm going to talk about the house for just a minute, and I'll try not to go too long. But hopefully you've all noticed this is a new house. There are special features in it. We think about that because we say we have this mantra of simple, decent, affordable. Okay, so this is a simple house. You don't see master bathrooms, jacuzzi tubs, round top windows, vaulted ceilings. But what you see is a super high efficient house, okay, with a lot of special details. It exceeds like the energy codes by about 30%, which is huge because when we talk about affordability, we can help get somebody an affordable mortgage, but utilities are always going to rise. So it's so important in that sustainability to keep those utilities and everything else at a low level as we possibly can. I hope you noticed when you walked up today that you didn't raise the foot, that you came all the way through the front door with never hitting a step. We call that a no-step entrance. And that's so that people, if things change in their lives or they age in the house will always be adequate for that, okay? So the no-step entrance, the wider hallway, this is a 4-foot wide hallway, about 6 inches wider than normal. The doors are all 3 foot wide, so a wheelchair or walker could easily go through them. If you look at the main bath, it has that wheelchair radius. That bathroom's really big, but it's so that you can turn a wheelchair in. Now, we don't do things like grab rails right away, but we put blocking in so that if down the road the family has a need for something like that, we can come in, slap them in very, very quickly. So it works out really well. So again, those things are all, I could geek out and talk about those things for a lot longer, but I don't want to bore you. If you have building questions, please see me after, okay? So with that said, I'm going to talk about Habitat for Humanity just a little bit more, and that's that every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we have volunteer opportunities. If you would like to be involved at the building site, check our website, give us a call. We'd love to have you out there. If Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday doesn't work, Tuesday through Saturday, you could volunteer at the Restore. We always have things there to do, okay? So those things are very important. We're always in fundraising mode. We have a golf outing June 14th. If any of you are golfers or know anyone, we would really love to have you participate if that's possible. And then I'm really excited, besides the Veteran House in 90 days, we're kicking off a whole new project called Project Double Impact. And it's kind of revolutionary for Habitat. We will be providing not only home ownership opportunities, but also rental opportunities with this. So this is something very new for us. It's a new model. It will help us be more sustainable in the future, and we're looking forward to it. We have a location now, it's official, and I can talk about it. So it's on La Pleasance Road. It's part of Navarre Field, that section, not the football field, but the section that's on La Pleasance Road. So within the year, it takes a long time to get through all these processes. You'll see a road going in there. You'll see we're going to have 16 units, 8 ownership, 8 rentals. So that's going to be a very interesting and a great opportunity for all of Monroe County. So with that said, I'm going to ask you to tour the house, talk to the family, maybe see who's in what bedrooms, have yourself a cookie. We've got water in the refrigerator. We'll get that out. And again, just thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. And of course, thank you for all of you with us. Thank you very much.